Welcome, everyone. Things have been wild, as always, like I said, that time of year where I've been working on my grass. I've got my blinds open right now to let a little bit of light in, and I've got my light, but I don't have my main one on, so that's why I may look like shit. From a quality perspective, let's just get into it, because right now Backlash France is going on, and I want to tune in to watch it, but for the sake of consistency, I want to keep up with what is going on over here. So, we started off with the eight-woman tag team match. Naomi, Bailey, Jade, Bianca versus Damage Control and Tiffy Time. Bailey and the crew picked up the win. This was a nice match. Austin Theory and Grayson Waller backstage were rambling about smells. It was kind of a very weird backstage promo. And then, speaking of backstage, Bianca and Jade were chatting about Damage Control and being done with them and seemingly annoyed with spaced out. Backstage, Bianca and Jade were chatting, and Bianca was going on about how she's done with Damage Control, talking about them, having to deal with them. All the while, Bailey is there, which Bailey obviously had founded Damage Control, and she looked pretty annoyed with her, and Jade kind of had to hold her back a little bit of tension there because of what she's done in the past for Bailey, that is. Backstage, Nick Aldis tells Carmelo Hayes that he does belong here and declares that he wants to be in King of the Ring. Carmelo Hayes, that is, not Nick Aldis. Bobby Lashley congrats Carmelo. There's a little bit of a back and forth, and then told Carmelo to watch out who you disrespect. I very, very much like the two of them, Bobby Lashley and Carmelo Hayes. New Catch Republic versus AOP. My boys, the AOP. This is a great, great match. They picked up the win. Really loved that move Karrion Kross did. It looked like an F5 where he just spun him around and just tossed him away like trash. It was absolutely amazing. Paul Heyman with Nick Aldis backstage, and this was really nice because Paul was saying, you know what? You should pull KO and Randy Orton out of the match for their own sake, for the sake of everybody here. Admits that he hasn't spoken to Roman since Mania, and that essentially he's the one that pulled Roman Reigns out of the draft. It's not Roman Reigns that did that himself, and he did so to prevent chaos or something like that. Then Kevin Owens had a show, probably RKO show. See? Get it? RKO, KO for Kevin Owens. Actually made a shirt on it. Is this like the new Orton and Riddle thing? You know, like his little new team. Pretty cool. So Paul Heyman was the guest on that show. And then Solo and Tama blindsided Randy and Kevin. Then they had to get broken up by security. Always the same security, and they're always getting their asses kicked. They need to get some better security. Like Ken Shamrock, Fedor Emelianenko, George St. Pierre, Conor McGregor. Don't ask. Backstage, the Street Profits are chatting about wanting to be tag team champions. Oh, yeah. LA Knight versus Angel from Legado del Fantasma. Despite all the odds stacked against him because of outside potential interference, LA Knight picked up the victory, and post-match, there was no attacks, nothing. Says he's going to be in the King of the Ring. Nobody attacked him, but they easily could have, so that was interesting. Yeah, that was right there. And then telling us he's going to be there. A-Town. No, we're not there yet. Sorry. Backstage, Byron Saxton with Carlito. He's still wearing an LWO shirt, but he was pissed off that he didn't have his moment at Mania. Dragon Lee had been in the group for like 5 days, and that's why he attacked him. And then Dragon Lee does show up, starts attacking Carlito. Street Profits versus A-Town Down Under for the titles, but A-Town Down picked up the win and retained their belts. This was a nice match. AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes promo was actually really, really good. AJ Styles was talking about how he made himself in the WWE, how it took him a long time to come here, and he wants to stay here. He didn't have any paths already pre-laid out for him, like Cody Rhodes, no offense, with his father, Dusty Rhodes. Although, over the years, I think we can debate, or we can't. It's not really up for debate that Cody Rhodes has made a name for himself outside of being in his dad's shadow. I don't really think he was ever really in his dad's shadow. I mean, maybe in the very, very first beginning. Oh, it's Dusty's son. And right, so that's what AJ was going on about. They're both from Georgia. It was just a really, really good promo. And then he got on Cody for saying, you know what, when things got tough, what did you do? You left. But then he came back. And sometimes you got to do that. CM Punk did the same thing. Cody Rhodes did the same thing. There's other countless amounts of people that have done the same thing, I'm pretty sure, that I just can't think of off the top of my head right now. But all in all, this was really, really good. I love AJ Styles. I love Cody Rhodes. And backstage, it ended up with KO and Randy brawling with the Bloodline. I might make a separate video tomorrow or so, just because I feel like I need some filler content on my channel. I want to talk to you about that new camaraderie, that new bromance between Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. I don't want to say too much about it because it'll ruin the video. Hopefully I still have at least 2-3 minutes of something to say. I really like it, but I miss RK Bro. And I think back then, Randy Orton was at some of his happiest that he said he was, being real friends with Riddle. I don't know how things are now, because Randy generally works alone, but he was tag champions and all that. I wonder how he's enjoying the whole KO, or the whole Kevin Owens, Randy Orton together, because now they've made shirts. Like I said, to me it's like, ooh, they made a shirt, right? And I feel like I want to make just like a quick video on that, share my thoughts, which is basically that I like it, and I'm curious to see where it's gonna go. And to see what you think as well. So I'm going to go. I'm excited. 1 hour as the making of this moment right now. It's been an hour that some ass whooping has been going around in Backlash en France. En Lyon, France, il y a de la lutte. Et c'est sur la télévision maintenant. Et je suis très excité de savoir ce qui va se passer. As you could tell, I'm a frog. I'm French. And that's it. That's all I have to say. Thumbs up if you liked the video. It does greatly help support the channel, as always, with the algorithm and trying to make me relevant in the search results when people are looking stuff up. If you didn't like the video, that's okay. Go ahead, give it a thumbs down. I'll bend it in half. I'll twist it. You'll get a solo Sakoan spike in the rectum, and you'll get AJ Styles' phenomenal bitch slap across the face. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, exactly. And if not, that's fine. Thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care, and maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.